So far we talked about how to make box and whisker plots to show graphically what a set of data would look like. Now we're going to look at histograms. A histogram is just another graphical display of data using bars of different heights. It's very similar to a bar chart, but instead of a bar chart, how each bar is assigned to one number, the bars in a histogram are assigned to ranges. And also different from a bar chart and a histogram, a bar chart has gaps in between its bars. A histogram, they're all put together. How to make a histogram is first you have to after you look at your set of numbers, you need to come up with intervals. You can have as many intervals as you want. However many intervals there are is how many bars you're going to have. Then we need to make a frequency table. So in the frequency table there are going to be 3 columns. On the left-hand column is the interval that you chose, and the middle column is called a tally. That's how many numbers you have that fall into that interval. And the third column is you put a number for how many tallies you have. Then you need to label your x-axis as whatever your intervals are, and your y-axis as the frequency of your data. Then just graph each interval. So we have a problem here. The number of words that students can type in a class per minute. So we're going to make a frequency table and then make a histogram. So the first thing I need to do is come up with anagrams, or come up with a interval. I chose 4 since I have 4 rows here. I came up with 4 intervals. The first one's 19 to 25, then 26 through 30, then 31 through 35, and 36 through 40. Right, now I just need to go through and tally each one of my numbers and see which interval they fall in. So my first number is 25, and it's going to fall in the first category. 19 will also fall in the first interval. 23 is in the first, 29 is in the second, 34 is in the third, 26 is in the second, 30 is in the second, 40 is in the last, 33 is in the third, 20 is in the first, 35 is in the third, 35 is in the third, 25 is in the first, 29 is in the second, 36 is in the last, 22 is in the first, and 31 is in the third. For the frequency, I just need to go through and count up my tallies. So in interval 1, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tallies. In interval 2, I have 4. In interval 3, I have 5. In interval 4, I have 2. Now that I have my frequency chart made, I need to go through and label my axis. So my x-axis is going to be the number of words per minute, and my y-axis is going to be the people that can type those number of words in that minute. Okay, my first interval is 19 to 25. On my y-axis, I'm going to go up by ones. And 6 people fell in my first interval. So that means I want to make a bar that goes up to 6. And my 26 to 30 interval, 4 people fell in there, so I want to go to 4. My next interval was 31 through 35. 5 people fell in that interval. And then my last interval was 36 to 40, and 2 people fell in that interval. There's my histogram. Now That's all there is to it. Make your frequency table, make your axes, and draw your bars.